Hello friends! Yesterday you learned how to find the perimeter of a rectangle. Today you will be learning how to find the perimeter of a rectangle in word problems. So let's review on how to find the perimeter of a rectangle. First, we need to take a look at the given numbers, then double check that the shape is a rectangle. Use what you know to find any missing lengths and widths. And lastly, add up all the sides or multiply the length by 2, then the width by 2, and add them both together. So let's look at this example. The given numbers are 30 and 15. The longer side is the length. The shorter side is the width. So our length is 30 inches and our width is 15 inches. But let's remember, what is the length of this side and this side? Well, remember that in a rectangle, the opposite sides equal the same. So because this side is 30, the opposite side of it is 30. Same thing for this one. 15 is the width on this side. That means the width of this side is 15 as well. Now let's look more into word problems. And first, we need to look at the numbers that are given, the kind of unit, which is the feet, inches, centimeters, things like that. The question, how many or what is, and any keywords, find, need, wants. So let's look at this example. Kelly needs to put a fence around her garden so the bunnies do not eat up all her vegetables. The length of her garden is 30 inches, and the width is 15 inches. How many inches of fence does Kelly need to make a fence that goes around the garden? Let's solve this together. We know that 30 is the length because it shows right here. The length of her garden is 30. And we also know the width, which is given. It shows right here. The width is 15 inches. Now, it asks us, how many inches of fence does Kelly need to make a fence that goes around her garden? We are trying to find the perimeter. We know that the length of one side plus the length of the second side plus the width of one side and the width of the second side is equal to the perimeter of a rectangle, or 2 times length plus 2 times width. We are given our length of 30 and the width of 15. Now remember, this side is also 30 and this side is also 15. Once again, we know that the length is 30 and the width is 15. Now, let's plug them into the equation. The length, 30, plus the second length, 30, plus the width, which is 15, plus the second width, which is 15, is equal to the perimeter. So let's add them up. 30 plus 30 is 60. And let's bring them down to show our work. So since we already added this, let's bring the plus 15 and the plus 15 down. Now let's add these two numbers up. 60 plus 15 equals 75. And remember to drop down the 15. Now we just have this small equation left. So 75 plus 15 equals 90. But we're not done. We also need to put our measurement. And in this case, it's inches. So we put 90 inches. Let's try solving it with our second equation. We multiply the length times 2 and the width times 2. Our length is 30 and our width is 15. So let's add our length times 2. 2 times 30 is the same thing as 30 plus 30, which equals 60. 2 times 15 is the same thing as 15 plus 15, which is 30. So 60 plus 30 equals 90. And remember to add your measurements. Notice how both of them equal the same. Now I would like you to try it on your own. Please take a minute to pause the video and solve this on your own. Okay, so now that you've tried it on your own, I'll walk it with you. Adam needs to find out what the perimeter of a carpet is for his room. He is given the length and width. The length is, there's a typo, 12 feet and the width is 8 feet. What is the perimeter of the carpet? Notice that it tells us we need to find the perimeter. What is the perimeter of what? The carpet. We are given the length, 12 feet right here, and 8 feet, which is the width. Remember, the opposite side is also the same. So 12 is here, and 12 would be here. The width over here is 8. So we know that our length is 12 and our width is 12. If you tried the first type of equation, you would just do addition. So let's walk through it. Let's do 12 plus 12, 24, plus the 8 and another 8. Now let's add 24 plus 8. 24 plus 8 is 32. 32 plus 8, because we dropped it down, is 40. And remember to add your measurement. Now the reason why I'm breaking it down is so it doesn't look overwhelming. When you look at this, all you see is a bunch of numbers. But when we break it down, it makes it easier for us, and it allows you to show your work. Now let's try it the second way, with multiplication and adding. We have the length of 12 and the width of 8. We multiply the 12 by 2 to get 24. We multiply the 8 times 2 to get 16. If we add those together, we get 40. And don't forget to add the measurement, feet. And remember, the reason why these are the same is because we are only combining them, also multiplying. Multiplying and adding are very similar, but remember not to get them mixed up. Great job, friends! Now that you have learned how to find the perimeter in word problems, we will continue to work on them in class and do an activity. You guys are doing such a good job, and I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow.